Gods in Warhammer are known to be, well, not necessarily great. All have pros and cons, but not many seem to care about you, if at all. The Gods of Chaos all have heavy pros and cons, though their followers will eventually turn into something unrecognizable, and the God Emperor is too busy being dead. But there are two gods in Warhammer that are known to be the best of the best. They don't have any cons at all. However, please, before we start though, please check your skin color. If you are white, pinkish, brown, or black, the video is not for you. But if it's green and you're not a human but an orc, then this is the video for you. So let me tell you about why you should worship Gork and Mork, the twin gods of the orcs. Holy shit, that was a great rhyme right there. Wow. For pros, well, there are only going to be pros for Gork and Mork because as an orc, there are no such thing as cons to you when it comes to your god. I will go over both of them though, so other umies can understand the deep and complexity of the two gods. Gork and Mork are the twin gods of the orcs. Gork is brutal yet cunning, while Mork is cunning yet brutal. Like I said, deep complexity with such gods. But if you are a humie, then you might think, why would that require two gods? And if you are thinking that, then you clearly don't understand why they are the best gods then in the odds of the orcs. Because if you only got one god, who's it gonna fight? Gork and Mork are worshipped by the orcs from all over the galaxy. Gork being worshipped by the average boys, while Mork is worshipped by the orcs who have a gimmick. Pain boys, mech boys, speed freaks, etc. But both of them are kind of indistinguishable from each other. Some orcs can't even tell which god is the most cunning or the most brutal from time to time. But it's not like Gork and Mork care. As long as the boys are rampaging all over the galaxy and crumping and having a blast, then they don't really care as they Looney Tunes Cyclone fight each other in the warp. Now, you might think that they are weaker than the Gods of Chaos, and maybe a little in the eyes of umies. But keep in mind, in the lore, the Gods of Chaos, and even the God Emperor, use the emotions of all living things. Well, specifically, the Gods of Chaos do. The Emperor just has mankind. But I would think that Gork and Mork, as the orcs outnumber humanity from 1,000 to 1, I would assume that they're probably the strongest thing in the warp, just having no mastery over it.
Oh, but Raptor, they would surely be destroyed by the other gods if they walked into their realms.
I can hear you typing away. But here's the thing about that. If Gork and Mork fall into a realm that belongs to one of the Chaos Gods, they will not give a damn and they will keep fighting each other before taking a quick pause and then beating the shit out of the god that they are invading.
Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
If they fall into Khorne's realm, then I'm sure one of them will kick Khorne off his own skull throne, pick it up, and WWE Khorne before then hitting the other twin god with the same throne, before both taking a quick break and beating the living shit out of Khorne just because they felt like it. If they are in Tzeentch's realm, then I'm sure they will think Tzeentch would not mind at all if his crystal labyrinth is destroyed by their twin gods brawling. If they fall into Nurgle's garden, same as Tzeentch, they will more or less destroy it in their fighting before one of the twin gods grabs the other twin god by the throat and throws him into Nurgle's house through the window. If they fall into Slaanetra's realm, then she will not be happy, of course, as they fall down the 6 rings right into her pleasure palace, breaking down the door and smashing up her artwork and furniture over each other's heads. Her temptations will not matter and they'll just get annoyed and then beat the shit out of her just for a laugh. But what do they do for the Chad Gork and Mork appreciator? Well, not much. Yeah, sometimes Gork and Mork will help, or, well, Gork will, if there is a weird boy on the field. If an orc asks politely or thinks about it hard enough, a big green beefy foot will come down from the sky and crush a titan flat. Though I'm pretty sure that would feel like a Lego brick if that was the case. But still. Or Gork and Mork will just take a orc ship or even an orc fleet and help them guide them to a world for them to crump. Because for an orc, that is basically a blessing because they just like to fight. But yeah, Gork and Mork don't really do much with the orcs. They are quite passive in the sense. They don't really do much, I mean, except fight each other and maybe help out the orcs a little bit from time to time. But you see, Gork and Mork are the best gods in Warhammer because they just are the best. Though if you're not an orc, then you might think differently, and if you're not an orc watching this video, then this entire video was a waste of my time. But still, if you're umie, just know that there are two gods that are the best gods. However, we cannot achieve to worship them as we are not greenskins. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed this one. This one's kind of just like a fun one for me to make, just whip up. I wanted to do Gork and Mork, and I will make a video on them, more of like a kind of like a slightly more deeper dive into them over time. But I am done with the Warship series. Maybe I'll do the God Emperor. I'm not too sure. There's actually kind of a lot of stuff in the lore right now that's kind of preventing me from doing that. But I might do it, so I'll have to see what I can get into. But I have looked at the community votes, and Space Marines will be the first thing in my new series, Let's Talk Warhammer. That's what the series would be called, and we're doing Space Marines, which I'm very excited to do. Going to make it simple but understandable for people who want to learn more about Warhammer. So Space Marines are the first that will come in. So with that all being said, though, thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I would like to hit 200 subscribers by the end of October. I know it's like the end of September, but I'm setting my goal 200 subs by October. That's what I'm hoping for. So let's see if we can get there. Thank you all for your support. Be happy, stay happy, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care now.